our first official live stream. And who better to start it with than the one, the only Lord Diaz. Welcome to the show, everyone. Round of applause. Here we go.
Yay!
Worski clap, Worski clap. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Thank you so much for having me on. This is an incredible opportunity. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, and thank you for coming online here with us. And just to let everyone know, you might know him as Lord Diaz, but in the past he was known as the Mini Boss, but also he was known as the Mexican Mini Boss. But you can also refer to him as the former ACW light heavyweight champion of the world, as well as a former DCW tag team champion as well. Make sure you go ahead, give the man his flowers. Former wrestling great, over 28 years of experience. First debuted in, I believe it was October of 1998. Is that right?
Wow.
Well, not everything you see on the internet is true. It's been about 20 or 25 some years. And if we were to go that far back, I mean, technically, yes, because I did do a couple of years in backyard wrestling before I actually went pro, went licensed. So technically, if you say it out loud, factually, actually, this is true. Yes. So I'll take it.
Okay. Yeah. So you okay. So right there, you've been in the business for a very, very long time. Now, when it comes to streaming and making content, how long have you been doing that for?
So we were just talking about this behind the scenes before the show went live. The YouTube channel that I have, if you look up youtube.com/@lore_Diaz, you'll see that the channel has actually been around ever since 2006. And so I was... I could technically say I've been at it for over 2 decades, but to be perfectly honest, it just was a catch-all for all of my like backyard wrestling videos, just random gameplay streams that I did, and I never really took it serious. I never really hunkered down and said, "Hey, I'm going to make this a thing," until very recently. I'm going to say maybe 2020 or so. Just one of the out of the blue, I was just like, you know what? I see the landscape. I see what's going on in the world. And I think I want to dip my toe into this. And I already had a lot of experience doing productions. You know, I'm kind of a theater kid, and it transitioned over into pro wrestling. And then it transitioned over to video games and streaming there. So it just seemed like the next logical step. And so if you want to be like, if you want to really like look at it, I've been doing it for a long time, but I only really took it seriously up until very recently.
Yeah, and I mean, we've been on your streams, both of us, and your production value is fantastic. I mean,
Thank you.
Your Dance Dance Revolution streams, best thing ever. Stepomania, Monday through Friday, starts at 9 a.m. Be there. You know, you can go ahead, make your requests. Kick is the preferred platform, but you can also watch it live on YouTube and on Twitch as well. It's, you know, again, fun time. Everyone's in there. Everyone's having a good time. I like to go in there, make sure that the frogs are dancing. I get those frogs dancing. And again, like you always take... Yeah, no problem. And you know, you always go ahead and you take requests, and there's always banger after banger after banger playing. Today I recommended Kesha or Lady Gaga. You went with Kesha. Forget the name of the song.
We Are Who We Are.
We Are Who We Are. Yeah, it was off her debut album.
Oh wow!
So, again, always
shout out to Kesha, shout out to Lady Gaga. We have it all. We have all the genres. We have 20,000 songs that are available to be played. If you like hard rock, we've got that. If you got the alternative rock, we got that. If you like hip hop, rap, if you like the weeb cringe anime shit, we've got that too. A lot of it actually. But we won't get into that.
Yeah.
if it exists as a song, it could be made into a step chart, and it could be step 2. And behind the scenes, I've actually been working with Claude, which is an AI chatbot. And essentially, I've made it so that if I have a song that, let's just say, you guys request that I don't have, I could, in a way, grab the MP3, drop it into this thing that I made, and then essentially it will build out its own step chart. So if it doesn't exist, we can make it exist. And that's why I feel like it's one of the biggest draws for the Stepmania stuff. I mean, a lot of what I did up until this point has been like my pro wrestling, my graphic design, But my one true love, my original bay, is Dance Dance Revolution. I've been playing that for just as long as I've been wrestling, just for as long as I've been graphic design. So it's those three things, man. It's just those three things that I've carried with me throughout my life. And I mean, if I could somehow, some way find a path forward to make the Dance Dance Revolution stuff the thing that I'm known for, then I'm all for it. But I can't lie. The numbers don't lie. They spell disaster for me. People come through to see the locale stuff. They came to see me A-Log, DSP, PWR,
Sure.
and the wider locale cinematic universe. I know you guys have been taking a crack at it, doing an excellent job. And it's so cool to be able to see and talk to and see the process as to how other people out there in the vortex attack this locale situation.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, Mitch. I didn't mean to interrupt.
You go first.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, you know, while we're on the subject of DDR, what was the first Dance Dance Revolution game or song you ever danced to?
Oh my
if
goodness!
You can remember.
So I've told this story many a times on my weekday morning streams, and I love telling it. I remember back in high school, I was hanging out with a group of people, and they invited me over to their house. They had the forbidden modded PlayStation 1 with a imported disc of Dance Dance Revolution Third Mix with one of those soft dance pads, the kind that you see, you know, at flea markets for $20. And I remember playing my first song. It was the Captain Jack song, and I kind of fell in love with it. And and that night, after I was done playing DDR with my friends at their house, I went back to my house, and this was back in the day when Winamp and Napster and AOL Instant Messenger were a thing. I went to Napster and I looked up Dance Dance Revolution music. Lo and behold, there was a 1 hour long set of all of the DDR songs from that mix in one track. I downloaded it and I listened to it. I autistically stimmed to that song for well over 2 decades now. And I still play it to this day as like the prelude for my live streams. And ever since then, it's been on to fourth mix, fifth mix, and then essentially my golden era of when I was a mall rat, when I was a wee lad hanging out at the arcades. Dance Dance Revolution 6 mix, which was Max, DDR Max, 7th mix, which was DDR Max 2, and then DDR 8th mix, which was called Extreme.
So I want to just dip a little bit into our past, Mitchell, because I think this is very worth mentioning. You may not believe this, Lord Diaz, but back in middle school, we had Dance Dance Revolution in our gym class.
What?
No, I am not joking at all. They actually provided us not quite the arcade, although pretty close to it actually, now that I think about it. They had the TVs, they had the PlayStation 2, I think.
It was the 2, yep.
Yeah, and it was an option for us to do that, either that or like basketball or whatever we were doing during the activities. But yeah, like I remember doing Dance Dance Revolution like during gym class. And then obviously for me, like I also had the Disney Dance Dance Revolution for the Wii.
I forgot about that.
Right. I actually own it. I haven't played it since. But I definitely, it's somewhere in my, in my previous residence. It is somewhere there. The mat's still there. The game, wherever it may be, is still there. But yeah, no, I also have had a history with Dance Dance Revolution as well.
Yeah, Evan, we gotta go ahead. We gotta do a stream.
I know. Yeah, you and I went like when we were about 14 or 15, and they were bringing it out, and we're like, "Wait, we're gonna do Dance Dance Revolution in gym class? Huh?"
Yeah,
like
big DSP, big DSP. Huh?
No, big D. No, big D. Wait, hold on. What? Wait, where is it?
You got it.
One more time. Yeah. No, it was like what? But it was so much fun. It was so different too, because it was like how many like gym classes across the country are doing Dance Dance Revolution? Apparently, we're only one of them. I don't know about the rest of the country, but
yeah, and like the rhythm games are always like really fun and really unique, and they provide something different. Like the most popular genre is a shooting games, the shooter game genre.
Sure.
And people that love rhythm games, they swear by them. And that actually leads me to this. So, what's your favorite genre or artist to dance to?
Wow. So there are so many different genres of electronic dance music alone, the subgenres that you can branch off the main timeline.
Mhm.
And this is going to be a guilty pleasure of mine. Happy hardcore is one of my
Okay.
most favorite electronic music subgenres. And it's because obviously the beats per minute are notoriously high. The piano stabs are always a staple of that type of genre of music, and it really just overall encapsulates the feeling of a Dance Dance Revolution song, because a lot of people, when they walk by an arcade, they usually always like to put the dance machines right there so everybody can see, obviously, because it's a spectacle. You're not going to see somebody doing that type of stuff every day. And so like ever since I started downloading the custom step charts that you can get off of the internet, I always leaned more towards the happy hardcore stuff. But I would say as a 1 and a 1A, and this is going to sound crazy, I do love me the top 100 Billboard songs, like a Kesha, like a Lady Gaga,
Sure.
like a Nicki Minaj. And it's so crazy to think the overlap between Dance Dance Revolution enjoyers and Dark Side Filled detractors. I have met for such a toxic community. You would have thought that like you would have thought that a detractor style individual would like shun and look down and shame somebody that was immersed as much as I am into the Dance Dance Revolution. But interestingly enough, I have a lot of behind the scenes conversations with a lot of, and I'm not trying to like put anybody up on a pedestal here, but like if I were to say their names, high profile detractors in the scene. And we don't talk about Dark Side Phil. We talk about Dance Dance Revolution. And so if I can be the one to carry the mantle, to be the one that says, yes, this is the corner of the internet that you can go to for your Dance Dance Revolution fix, or if you're interested or curious about what it's all about. I learned a long time ago, because when I used to go to the arcades, it was always in really rough parts of town, really rough parts of town. And so you would think like you would try to, maintain an image, or, try to keep up appearances and stuff like that. The first thing that you kind of have to learn to do when you step on the dance pad is like get rid of shame. Like you're gonna look silly no matter what, and the fact and you just have to let go of that fact. And if you could just embrace the idea of what you're doing, I dare anybody to try to step up on that dance pad and do the same thing. It takes a lot of concentration. It's a lot of physical exertion, and I know that we get people that come through in the chat sometimes that kind of dog it and stuff. And I always welcome it, because at the end of the day, it's engagement. But then also, if I were to look at somebody doing that on the internet, I would probably think the same thing too. I always got that detractor mindset. So